What's that one called?
Arlo is my first great-grandson, and he's got a wonderful mum and dad, Emmy and Carl.
And this is Arlo's den, which his dad has made for him. Fantastic. Stepping stones there, and a little table with seats around it. Follow the path and go out the other way.
And now we have to make a sign with Arlo's den. We went to a hardwood centre in the forest of South Wales and bought these 2 pieces of wood.
That's going to be the legs, and this is going to be the sign. Got to finish sanding it down. So, type out the name, check it all through. Arlo's den. File, print. Let's go and get the paper. So, now we have the paper with the names on and for Arlo's den. So now we have to cut them out. Okay, so I've got all the letters cut out now, and I have to put those in order, laid out the way that I'd like them, and then we can stick them down. So it's yeah, so I like the way that's laid out. So now, using a Pritt or equivalent stick, I'm going to stick them down. I'm sticking them down like this now because I don't want to get anything onto the wood itself which will spoil the varnish later on. So that's why I'm not using sticky tape. So they're all stuck down, and now I'm just going to mark around them. Alright, now using a pencil I'm going to draw around the left. Well, the next task is chiseling round the lines that I've drawn, and I'm using this narrow chisel for the most of it, but for the tight bends I'm using this curved chisel, which is actually for wood turning, but I'm using it for this. And just a line all round the edge. I've just got one letter to go now. That's the N, but unfortunately my old hands are getting cramp in my thumb, so I'm going to give it a rest before I can't do this. Just to mention, I'm using hardwood. This is oak, well, both pieces are oak, because when you come to do the chiselling on softwood, you tend to start losing some of the middle bits, the small bits, and anyway, it doesn't last as long. So, nice bit of oak that will last years and years. And this piece were actually cut in 2010, so they're already 8 years old, well seasoned. Well, this is a machine that I bought many moons ago. It's a Bosch, and it is an electric chisel. There's the motor, and then you get various blades to fit in it. So we'll choose a good blade for this job. I think it'll probably be this one. No, not that one maybe. That looks like a good one. We'll start off with that one. And that fits in there, like that. Plug the power in. And start the chisel. Right, well, I've now got all the letters rough cut out, and now I'm going to use the Dremel to tidy everything up. So let's see what we can do with the Dremel. Very handy little machine this. And we can tidy up around the edges, either using the sandpaper roll or the carborundum stone. We'll see how we go. Right, well, we've tidied up the edges now. I just give it overall one final sanding. Tidy up any rough edges on the Now we come to the bit that requires a steady hand. We have to paint the letters, and because I need a steady hand for that, I'm not going to have my normal tipple, which is a glass of milk. I'm going to have a vodka mag. Oh, that should keep the hand steady. Yes. Now we have to do the R. So that requires another slug of this stuff. Now they are.
You got that little brass thing outside, you know, that you spent ages polishing, and now it's...
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Audrey. It's a personal ashtray.
Oh, personal gifts.
Well,
Just before I'm just about to go away.
well, you give it to her then.
No. I shall just have words. I shall say to her, he's giving you gifts because he knows I'm going away.
Well, there we are for today. All the letters are now painted, and tomorrow, when that's good and dry, we'll get the first coat of varnish on it, and also make the legs out of that piece of wood there. So now I'm going to go and pour myself another one of those, a vodka Mac. Well, when I finished up last night, I decided to have a go and see if raw linseed oil would look okay on the wood as a finish, and I put that a little bit on there, and it is bringing the grain up nicely, and it will last a lot longer than varnish, and it will also be much easier to rejuvenate when necessary. So I'm going to use raw linseed oil instead of varnish. First now, I have to cut this piece of wood in two for the legs. So mark off the halfway point. Now I need to make it pointed on the ends. For him to drive it into the ground. Okay, so now we can, I get to drill the holes in here, ready for the screws to go through to the back of the sign. Right, well, I've got my holes drilled in here. I've got my starter holes in the thing. I've numbered the legs to 1 and 2, and now I'm going to countersink these holes with a package that my father had many moons ago. So this is probably getting on for 100 years old now. And there's the countersink, and the old brace. Get that in the brace. Clap that up. Brace. There we go. And now I'll get these screwed on. It will come off again for packaging because I'll have to post them to my grandson. Good. So that fits. I will take them off from all the coating. So now I'm going to use the oil, and what I've done is I've put these two little nails in here, so when I turn it over, it will be resting on the nails and on the very edge of this so I can do the other side without it picking up all the dirt. I'll pour some on. Put that out. Right, so I'm going to let that oil soak into the wood now, and then see if it needs another coat on the top afterwards. So on the whole, I forgot to do the legs. I've got to do the legs yet. There's me thinking I was going to go and have a cup of coffee. So I'll have to get the legs done. Right, well that's the 2 legs done as well. So now it's coffee time. Oh, there's the sign all done and ready for packaging and sending off to Arlo.
Whereas Daddy consented in the ground at the entrance to his den.